R.I.P. KC, R.I.P. KC. New flow, new take, so I'm about to start it right. I've been talking to a dead man about the art of life, taking all the wrong advice, trying to get on. He told me life's short, so I need my money long, so it's on. I can't believe the fact my nigga gone, got me fucked up, like mixing Hennessy with Patron. I still got a sex message just saved in my phone. He was talking about getting on, that shit got me in my zone. Rap act, spoken word, I'm just an arrogant writer. Rap sound underground, so I'm burying ciphers with bars like a jail cell. Just compare me to lifers, they say that it's a long shot. I'm an American sniper and I be strapped to. Feel like I have to keep that pistol on me like a tattoo. Working on my aim at the range like a natural. Old school game, I just kick it like a Shaq fool. I act and I rap too, I'm that dude, so sign that nigga. I kick a rapper ass, that's a line.
YouTube, man, we got a special episode for y'all today. First off, shout out to my homeboy, the good chef, you know what I mean? Cake boy, not in the building today. But there's a reason for that. I had to make a trip, you know what I mean? Come travel to see my real life, not a joke, my brother.
What up, what
so,
up?
You know what I mean? For anyone who don't know, this is B. I'll let him introduce himself and let him do his thing.
Yeah, a lot of y'all know me. I'm B, Brandon, whatever you call me. Happy to be here. Definitely happy to finally get on a video of my bro and be a part of this big thing that we got going on.
So yeah, man. So first of all, what I do, bruh, is obviously we're gonna talk about our episode and what we've been waiting to do, which is big story time of how we wound up in Atlanta.
Right.
But before we get into that, man, I know you got a lot going on with yourself right now with your fitness, and I just want to be able to put that out there for the people. So you just kind of want to talk about what you're doing with For the Streets Fitness.
Right. Yeah. So if anybody that doesn't know, I have pretty extensive working out background. Pretty much been working out for over 3 years now. Had a little bump in the road, got in a car accident, pretty big deal. Kind of got out the game, lost a lot of weight. But with that consistency, just being locked in, I was able to kind of get back where I left off. And my big thing outside of just myself is obviously helping other people. So I've been into the training. I wasn't licensed or anything like that. Just helping people, co-workers, friends, family, things like that. Really took a passion for it. Really saw a lot of results for not just myself, but other people. And now I'm actually in the process of getting my license. So definitely be on the lookout for that. So on the fitness page, you'll see me working out with friends and family. And then I always tell people, if you want to come on, join the team, get on the train, because it's definitely moving. I would definitely say, let's do it. Let's lock in. Let's get healthy. Let's get fit. Let's get in shape.
So we'll definitely do more of an episode on that. So I think it's super important. Obviously, your health is huge, you know what I mean? And someone has the ability to help you do so. Right. So obviously, his links and everything to his bio and Instagram and everything like that will be in the description below. So make sure you tap in with my bro.
Definitely.
But let's get into, you know what I mean? What we here for? So
story time.
How we got to Atlanta. So how you want to start it off? You called me. I mean, that's really what happened.
Yeah. To go back even further, we had talked about moving for a long time.
Yeah, we did.
But
Miami, we had a whole bunch of destinations.
Yeah, a whole lot. Florida, a whole bunch. And being so family oriented and being so connected to your mom and your brothers and your cousins and your aunts and your uncles and grandparents, you kind of, it's a pipe dream. It don't really happen. Nobody in our family ever moved. Everybody, my brothers had moved and come back and lived in other places and travel. People travel, but to really go somewhere with the intention of maybe never coming back, that's the real deal. So obviously those were difficult conversations that we had to have with our parents and stuff like that, but it never came to fruition. So that was just talk, basically. And until one night, I remember you were in your place. I was in my crib, and we were on the phone like normal, talking for hours on hours like we normally do. And I don't even remember any of the conversation leading up to it. Yeah, all I remember, I was like, we should move to Atlanta, and you were kind of like, well, F it. And I was like, I wanted you to push back. I wanted you to talk me out of it, because I listened to you, and you were like, okay, and I was like, okay, and I was like, all right, well, I'm trying to call your bluff. I'm like, all right, meet me in my crib. You'll never say yes to that. You were like, okay. I'm like, okay. So sure enough, I think we might have hung up. Yeah, we did. Cause I called my mom and I was gonna ask her to watch my dog, watch Miles.
Yeah.
And she wasn't able to. So I'm like, oh, I got an excuse now. But I'm like, nah, because you live 45 minutes away, 45 minutes away.
I'm like, all the way down Newcastle. So if anyone don't know, Philly to Newcastle is about a 45, 50-minute ride with traffic. So
So now I'm like, okay, well I gotta leave my dog in the house now. Luckily, my dog is like me, super disciplined, super trained, super efficient, self-efficient. So he's driving, he's on the way at this point. I'm just like, damn. So fast forward, no clothes, no nothing. We're just like, no nothing. Just literally clothes on our back. And he pulled up, he called me, he said I'm outside. I was like, okay. So we went down, we hopped in my car. I had a Camaro at the time. We hopped in a Camaro. I remember we went to Wawa, shout out to Wawa.
Wawa is the greatest convenience store on the planet.
Greatest quick trip racetrack, you got no clue. But that's another story for another time. So we gassed up the Camaro, and I remember like the moment that it kind of seemed real was when I put it in the GPS.
Yeah, that 13 hours popped up.
Because I didn't know anything down here. The only thing I knew was where Kevin, my other brother, lived at as an Atlantic Station. So I'm like, okay, destination Atlantic Station.
Yeah.
Cool. That shit was like 13 and some change. I was like, so. So now up to that point, what were you feeling from your part?
Yeah, so like for me, I think we were kind of on the same page. You were waiting for me to call your bluff, and I was waiting for you to call mine.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, we're gonna, all right, bet. But I'm waiting for, like you said, at any moment for you to be like, nah, let's chill. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you always exude confidence.
Right.
So it's like, to me, I was like, oh, he's with it. Like, and you know how you are. Like, when you get in a mode, one thing I say about you is when you get in a mode about something, it's going to happen.
Right.
So for me, and this is about really giving you flowers, like, I had always wanted to move myself. I don't know if I would have pulled the trigger if you weren't so adamant about finally moving.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I always say anything, like he said, you come up with so many reasons. Anyone don't know, me and my mom are super, super close. I'm an only child. Well, on that side of the family, I'm an only child.
Right.
So, like, me and my mom are, that's it for me.
Right.
So leaving her was always like, I can't leave my mom. And then at the time, like he'll tell you, we were working at AT&T. Anyone don't know, AT&T is an amazing job because they're a union. Both making
60 plus.
Yeah, easy.
First year.
Mind you, this is
early 20s.
Exactly. Young, still. You know what I mean? Making legitimate money. Both had our own places at the time.
Yeah, whips.
And not to go too far back, but if you remember, I was supposed to move. I had tried to get an apartment.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, they didn't accept the application.
Yeah.
If I would have signed that lease,
yeah,
I would have been locked in for a whole nother year. Like, it was literally maybe 2 weeks before you said, hey, let's move.
I remember, because I left that part out. Both of our leases were coming to an end at the same time.
Yeah.
Last day of February 2015, my lease was up.
Yeah. So I was in the process of, I went to the place, picked it out, signed the paperwork, everything. And for whatever reason, I mean, fate, the universe just didn't want me to have that apartment.
That's exactly what
and if things would have went the other way, I would have been locked in for another year, but that's just not how it played out. So fast forward a little bit, we're on the phone like you said, and we get on the phone and he's, hey, let's go. And I'm like, okay, let's go. Like, the thing that you gotta know about us is me and him are so close that when one of us says something, it's easier to do it because you know the other one is gonna be with it.
Yeah.
So when we got in the car, I think like you said, that's when it got real. Like, I remember like we stopped, we got some Wawa to like kind of load up on some snacks, and I think we were like maybe about to hit around like the Maryland area, and you typed it into the GPS and it just said like 13 hours, and I was like, oh, like we really about to take the trip.
That was real.
And like it's one thing when you get through like Philly, even Delaware, but like when we got to like Maryland, DC, it's like, oh, like we're really on the road.
We're on the way. Yep. And the other thing, and this will be a constant throughout the whole trip to and from, rain. Rain. No rain when we left. No rain anywhere like in the Northeast until I think we hit around Virginia, matter of fact, or North Carolina, going down to South Carolina. Yeah, and just treacherous. But to kind of go back a little bit, so gas up, try to find some music, put some Jeezy on. I remember at the time that I done seen it all. No, that G. I done seen it all. Remember that joint? Yeah, ran that whole album. I remember at one time, but again, it's late. Oh, that's the other thing. We left. You got to my crib at almost 10 o'clock.
Yeah, it was late.
Yeah, so it's dark. It's pitch black. Once we start getting to, them southern states, it's dark. No, because 12, 1, 2 o'clock, it's nobody out. At one point, you was out. You dozed off. You was out. So Jeezy just kept running. I'm just sitting here like, mind you, this is what, 2015?
Yeah, 2015.
Yeah, so we talking 6 years ago. Yeah, so I was like 23 at the time, matter of fact. And like I ain't never did nothing like this in my life, and neither did he. So he fell asleep, and my biggest thing was like, I'm gonna get us there safe one way or another. And he kept saying like, we could switch anytime, you drive, I drive. And I had only had my Mero for a year at that point. So I was like just trying to push it. And you did end up driving at one point. But I just know.
I drove on the way back.
Yeah, you drove on the way back.
Way there, you.
Nah, I got.
Literally tried to turn the whole way down.
I got 13 straight. So yeah, and I ain't never did nothing like this in my life. Neither of us have. And so yeah, before we get to Georgia, you wanna say anything about the ride or?
Yeah, I mean the ride was just regular. I think at the time, we were so hyped up on like energy, that we were just like, we're really about to go down to Atlanta, because for either of us, when we grew up, you don't really leave those areas, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I had never really been anywhere off the East Coast. I have been to New York, DC, places I could go and come back the same day.
Right.
But I had never really been anywhere, especially with the way that we did it. No suitcase, no clothes, no nothing. We really just were on the phone, talked about it, and bounced. So yeah, the ride was cool. Like you said, it was so late. I know, I want to say maybe 4 or 5. Once we got to North Carolina, I remember trying to stay up, because I'm I can't leave him up by himself. And I'm just you gotta understand, we're talking about now we're 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning.
And Friday, we didn't plan this. Yeah. So that means all Friday, you wake up in the morning, go to work, come home, expect to go to bed. So we were up, So if we fast forward a little bit, we drive, I'm watching GPS, 10 hours, 5 hours, 3 hours, 2 hours, 1. And we just get closer and closer and closer. And then eventually I start seeing signs like, you have entered Georgia. And I was like, damn, we made it. And rain started to go away a little bit. And now it's about, 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. Left at 10, 11 o'clock at night. So we make it. And at this point, because it's on a whim, I don't have no type of ideas of what apartments we're going to go to. I don't have nothing planned. Literally no plans. So I'm like, okay, the first thing we do, let's get a room. So we get a room. The plan was get a room, chill out for a second, do some research, and hit it. We got to that first hotel, and check-in wasn't until 1, 2 o'clock. And it's 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. So they, that lady, I think it was a lady, it might have been a nice lady, that was like, oh, well, there's another place I can call for y'all and see if they can check you in early. She called, guess the lady said yes. We drove there. I think we had to wait 20, 30 minutes. We kind of cause I remember dozing off in the car for a minute.
We slept in the parking lot of the Domino's on Spring Street.
Yeah.
Okay. Right there, Georgia Tech. Yeah, maybe it wasn't long. It might have been 30, 40 minutes. But I remember parking there.
Yeah.
Obviously, I didn't remember where. I only remember it now because
I remember we got the pizza from there.
I only remember it now because of where, when we lived in Havana and where my place is now, I got to take that road to get from there. And I'm like, damn,
that's where it started.
It's so funny that you have no idea where you're at the time. I didn't know it was Spring Street, and I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? But looking back now, I'm like, damn, this is where it all started.
Crazy. Yeah. So we eventually get in the hotel, take our bag, or no bags. We just go in there. I think we went to the bathroom, straight back in the car. So now, 11, 12 o'clock in the afternoon. So now we done been at this for, over 12 hours. Again, my other brother lived here. So again, the only thing I know, Atlantic Station. We go to Atlantic Station, we park at the Target. Yeah. Remember? Park at the Target, a nice place right across the street. Literally right on the street, super nice. We go in there. I know for me at least, this was the first woman I ever seen in Atlanta. I'll never forget, she was so thick.
No, she was bad.
So thick. Light brown. I remember she had a big behind wedding ring on.
Now, I remember thinking, like, damn, this is what women in Atlanta look like. Like, this is about to be a whole different type of experience.
It's about to be on. So we get to talking. Everything sounds good. I'm a review person, so remember, I'm looking at the review. We're talking. She's in one ear. I'm on the phone the whole time looking. I see something like bugs and this and that. And you know, a lot of times people will put the negative, but not the positive. So I'm like, okay, she sounds nice. She's gorgeous, and you know, I just want to walk behind her, honestly, at this point. So she showed us or whatever, and I think this was the spot.
The rooms are small.
Yeah, it was like a master and a junior bedroom. You know, and we don't operate like that. We see each other as equals. But one thing I will remember, as far as your flowers go, you were like, nah, you take it, don't worry about it. Yeah, we here, as long as we got a crib, we got a roof over our head, that's all that matter. And I was like adamant, like, like, we did this together, we're gonna split everything together, everything is gonna be equal. I don't know if that's even a such thing, but you know, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna do my best to find it, at least before we just settle on one spot. So we pretty much told her, you know, we'll be in touch if that's the route we go, and that was that.
Yeah, so that's really how it went. We looked, and the one room was huge, and the other one was like a child parent room. You know what I'm saying? But at the time, I was just so adamant about moving and you know whatever that I was just
to do whatever.
Yeah, we were just whatever's gonna work for the best of us. Like I think the thing that works so well with us is that we always kind of think about the other one more than we think about ourselves. So I'm like, okay, like boom, like we can get in here. Like you know what I'm saying? The price was right for us at the time. Like you know what I'm saying? Mind you, we didn't transfer. Like this, we could make this video an hour if we really went into details. We didn't transfer. We wanted to quit our jobs.
Right.
So we came out here with nothing, like literally nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And another part that got left out of this is was it playoffs or was it just a regular season?
Oh, I might get to that.
Yeah.
No, that was a regular season game.
Yeah.
While we had to get back.
Yeah.
The way we got back. Yeah.
So we don't take that apartment like you said. We
go to another spot.
We go to the next spot.
Too expensive.
Yeah.
It was like $2,500. Yeah. It was not super big.
It wasn't $2,500 for it.
Yeah. So we just saw the floor plan, and she was just kind of quick. Like you could tell that.
Yeah, like the first lady was like, you could tell she was trying to get us dinner.
Yeah.
The second lady, she must see so many people. She was like, if they don't take it, someone else will take it.
Exactly. And she made sure to talk about the numbers.
Yeah.
So like you said, you can afford it or you can't.
Right.
So and that was cool because we couldn't at the time. So that was cool. And then it was on from there.
Yeah. The third one.
The third one. So I don't know what it's like now in 2021. But in 2015, March, Havana West Side in Midtown, you won us over. I don't know I know one thing. When we parked, and you know I'm kind of weird. As soon as we parked the car to walk into Havana, we walk in and it's this lady, and she's actually talking to another family about to take them on a tour. But you know I'm into the whole energy and the feeling. Like the place was like the Lisa
Center was just like
it was colorful, it was wide open, it was super modern. Yeah, and she was like, you know, white lady, just like long hair, but she kind of had on like this outfit that was just like on some spiritual, weird, my type of stuff.
Yeah.
And you know, we told her we're interested in the place as well. She's like, well, hey, we can kill two birds with one stone. Y'all can come on tour with this family, and we can just kind of do our thing. And it was a mom and a daughter thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we go on the tour. We go to this first place, and I mean, anybody knows me. I'm from projects. Like I'm from dirt, and this place blew my mind.
Yeah, I had never seen anything like that in an apartment. At least. Until we got here.
Yeah.
Like, if anyone knows that you said, like, the area we grew up in, like, you could get a nice place, but not like how this was. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, maybe like Center City.
Yeah, that downtown.
But we hadn't been going in that direction to see, you know what I'm saying, to have seen that. But yeah, oh my God, I'm talking about the hardwood floors, the super high ceilings, the ceiling fan, the black appliances, the stainless steel, the marble top, the bathrooms. I mean, and then what set it all off was, you know, when you were in the living room, they had doors.
Yeah.
And you closed it was double-sided, 2 doors, it was like the fold. And I mean, the rooms were just huge, completely split down the middle, just even. The apartment was literally even.
Yeah, it was almost set up like a dorm room, but like an apartment. Like it was, like you said, the middle where the living area was, the kitchen and the living room and the balcony and all that.
Yep.
But then there was a door to the left and a door to the right.
Yep.
It was almost having like 2 apartments in one. Because you could shut those doors and have your whole side to your room.
Yeah, like another small apartment.
Exactly, to yourself. Or you can have them open and now you're, whatever.
Yeah.
So it was
big room,
equal bathroom, equal bedroom. Like there was literally nothing different on whatever side of the apartment that you decide to take.
Right. Yo, so I knew that was the one, and the price was right and everything. So at this point, we just need to apply, and that kind of goes into what he said, where we won't go too much into it, but our story this whole time was that we were transferring with AT&T, both making again $60,000-$70,000 in our 20s. We're gonna be working at this location. We're just making stuff up as we go. She buys it. She's trying to, do her thing, do her job, get her commission, and that was that. So you apply, and we didn't get approved on the spot. We don't know if that was normal for everyone. We don't know if that was because of money, credit, a whole bunch of different things. So we applied. We loved it. At this point, we left and kept our fingers crossed. And that was that. So when we applied and everything, what were you thinking?
I remember us talking, and we were like, if we get this, like, we're moving.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I mean, that was the thing. But I think, like, all this stuff happened so fast that it was still kind of, like, surreal.
Yeah.
Where I'm still thinking, like, we're not moving to Atlanta.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we're just doing this to do it, to say we did it, but we're going to wind up, going home, and that's going to be the end.
Right.
So, I mean, like, no, the apartment was amazing. Like I said, for us, that was the first time I've ever really seen something like that in person, let alone think that, like, this is where we could be living.
In Atlanta. Remember,
in Atlanta.
not just the apartment.
Yeah. So, I mean, that was just different for us at the time.
Right.
Like you said, like, sometimes you just get a vibe or a feel or something, and it just felt right to be there at that time.
I agree.
So, so we wound up leaving, and we go back to the apartment. Matter of fact, it was playoffs, because it was Steelers Ravens.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. Oh, back to the hotel.
Y'all were playing the Packers.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
But so we go back to the hotel, and then what?
So we get back to the hotel,
so now,
it was late.
Yeah.
The game, not super late, but probably like 7-ish. The games were starting. 6:30 normally, second game. Yeah. So I remember we got food, we got pizza.
Yep.
And so for him, he's a huge, anybody don't know how you can't know, but my man is a huge Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
Die hard. So that was a game that y'all were about to play the Packers. That was a Des Bryant catch.
Yeah.
Like,
that's probably why I forget.
That was a Des Bryant catch. Anyone don't know, I hate the Cowboys, but that was a catch. But anyway, so we had to get back. That was the other. Oh, mind you, and the dog's by itself. So we really gotta get back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So we leave it. I wake you up at 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, I remember we were trying to watch the games. I think we both fell asleep. And you woke me up at like 10 and was like, we gotta get back on the road. Yeah. So mind you, all of this is happening now in a 24-hour period.
That was 24 hours.
Yeah.
Because we left
10 o'clock that night and woke up, to get back on the road at 10 o'clock.
So we drive back, everything's looking good. Rain starts pouring. Downpour.
Mind you, it didn't rain the whole day in Atlanta.
Whole day. Yeah. We were there all Saturday, no rain. As soon as now this time we're going up. So now we're starting in South Carolina. As soon as we hit, rain all the way through. South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, everything just, a downpour. And at that point we're just kind of, I think it was a little quiet a little bit, because like you said, if this worked out, this was happening, and if it doesn't, now you got an excuse like, I tried, but maybe you were like, damn, I'm kind of glad we didn't get approved. I didn't really. And so we get home 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, take care of the dog, get to watch the Cowboys game, go back to work Monday, and then we wait.
Yeah, like I remember we waited a couple of days. I want to say it was like maybe like 2 or 3 days.
It was Wednesday.
And you called,
She called me.
Yeah.
She called me.
I remember, you called me.
Yep, I was like, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. And I was like, let me call my man. And got you on 3-way, and
she was like, you guys are approved, you're good to go, whatever. And that's when it like really hit. Like, I just remember going on the phone like, we're about to move to Atlanta.
And now you gotta tell the parents, tell the siblings, tell the grands, tell the aunts, tell the uncles, now tell the job.
Right. That was a huge thing. I was about to say, shout out to AT&T, but AT&T.
AT&T, they weren't, we don't have to go too far, but AT&T wasn't the most supportive when it comes to transferring. Like I said, we were very, on the higher end as far as
no, that's what it was.
Reps, and they thought that they could talk us out of it because they wanted us.
We were so good, and this is not to toot our own head, but it's just a fact. We were literally 1-2 in the store.
Yeah.
So the only people
we were top of the 2 in the district.
Yeah. We were high in the company as far as what the numbers we were putting up. So not only you losing one, you're losing both, and you're gonna lose at the same time.
Right.
So AT&T wasn't supportive. Oh, they gave us we're in a hiring freeze and we can't transfer you.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
At the time, you were up for that promotion in Springfield, so they tried to throw that in his face about, oh well, if you stay, the store is yours, and all the BS that came with us trying to leave at the time.
Right.
But so that was it. At that point, we were just trying.
We only had but another 2 weeks.
Yeah, that was it.
That was in February.
Yeah, we left February 28th, right? Yep.
Yeah, we found out like 2-3 weeks in advance, so it was real.
Yeah, like I remember telling my mom and having to, I won't say deal with that, but like I said again, me and my mom were super close. I think it was like a shock to her, a shock to our grandparents, a shock to his mom, his siblings and my friends and anybody I might have been dating or dealing with at the time. Like we literally just were like, yo, we're out. Like there was no planning in this. When we started telling people, it was like, not only are we leaving, but we're leaving in about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So
it was real. And
I remember like we started calling the movers. So we got our stuff moved down there.
Yeah.
And I think like 2 days before we left, all my stuff was out the apartment. They came and got all their stuff.
Yep.
And I stayed with my mom those last 2 days before we left.
Yep.
And then we got some sleep, and I think he came and got me right around like midnight.
Yeah.
We
met.
Yeah.
We met at the gas station.
I thought you came to my mom's house, no?
Yeah, we met at that gas station
right there, yeah. So I said bye to my mom, and got my car, and he got his car, and we literally drove, we drove back down here. Now, funny part, I don't know if you remember this, you probably do though. As we're coming down here, remember the car that we was messing with?
Oh, of course. Yeah, there was a car somewhere on the highway in the south that, did he keep getting in front of me?
Yeah, he kept trying to cut us off.
Yeah, we were just driving. He just keeps getting in front of me, and I go around, and he gets it, and he's just being super weird. Now, he doesn't know that I got my man behind me. So, we're on the phone. That was the other funny part.
Yeah, on the phone the entire time.
We're on the phone the entire time. And, remember it started like snowing and sleeting?
Yep.
That was terrible.
Lost. At the Nissan Altima at the time, I had the Nissan emblem.
The emblem in the front.
It snowed, and when I pulled the ice off, it literally pulled the emblem out of the car.
I remember. But yeah, that car that just kept getting in front of me. I remember at one point he was in front of me, I think. Yeah. And then maybe you got in front of him, and now he's just completely blocked. And then he would try to put his left turning signal to get over. You would get over. And then I would get, and we're just doing this thing the whole time.
And we literally did this for probably like an hour.
It was a good 45 minutes.
Like he just could not.
Yeah,
and we're going like 10 miles per hour.
Yeah.
Like doing everything we can to just like
piss him off. Yeah, that was hilarious.
But so boom, we get down here, and then we needed the money order.
Oh yeah, that was when I hit that car. Yeah, we went to that Walmart.
Yeah. Had a Walmart on Howell Mill.
Yep. Yeah. Went there to get the money order. That was a fiasco. Yep. I remember backing out of the parking spot because it was the Walmart with like a parking deck. Mm-hmm. I was like, what the hell? Like, this is some fancy stuff. And reversed, and this old lady came up and it was what it was. That was the first time anybody ever hit my marrow.
Yeah, had to play that. It wasn't our fault. Luckily, it was like private property, right?
Yeah,
so it couldn't be anybody's fault.
Like good.
Yeah. But so that was. We got here. I remember. And then we moved in. So again, back to the snowstorm.
Yeah, in the north.
It's snowing back home. We get here. Our stuff is supposed to be here, if not the day of, at least like the next day. So we get in there, we're still super excited about being here. We really don't care if we don't have nothing in the apartment. We're just happy to be here. We call everybody, we let them know we made it safe, and we're just in the kitchen chopping it up like, we're really here. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
snowstorm kills everything. We didn't get our furniture, I think, for what, like a week and a half?
Oh, yeah, 2. Could have came on a Sunday.
Yeah.
I dropped my phone that day.
Dropped your phone.
Cracked my
Yeah.
phone. It was a Sunday. We ran downstairs and they couldn't get the big behind truck reversed in the little area.
And then remember we were arguing about the price because they told us one price and then they tried to get us another price when they got here.
Man, it was a mess. He didn't want to go up the steps and the elevator.
Yeah.
But it all worked out.
Yeah. And we've been here ever since.
6 years and a couple months. It just worked out.
But so I'm gonna end this episode here. We're gonna get into part 2 of this where I want to talk about just our experiences since we've been here.
Yeah.
So I appreciate y'all, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Again, shout out to Instagram.
Yeah, so the Instagram is For The Streets Fitness. For The Streets Fitness. Follow me and get a lot of good content.
So make sure y'all check out my man. Like, comment, subscribe on the video, man. Definitely help the channel, help the algorithm, all that good stuff. And we'll be back part